My word, jeans when you start working out. Unless you're one of these people that doesn't train legs, and actually maybe you'll be onto something. As soon as you've decided to go to the gym, or as soon as you decided to get in shape, or as soon as you have decided to go to the fitness palace of love, you have put yourself in for an ordeal and you don't even know it. Because there's just a bunch of stuff that comes along when you are trying to get fit that nobody prepares you for, nobody warns you, nobody pops their head round the corner and goes, oh, by the way, you better watch out for this. So I decided that I, Simon Miller, the bald a-hole, would do it for you. Do you need this? Probably not, but hopefully it helps anyway. Because yes, these are 10 issues you're going to have to deal with as soon as you start working out. Number 10 is being hungry at anywhere between 9 p.m. and half 10. It just happens. I don't understand why. You could have eaten 4,792 calories, and as soon as the clock goes ding and it's like 10 p.m. at night, your stomach will go, do you want to feed me with something now? And you can give it salad, and you can give it eggs, and you can give it chicken, and you can give it all the healthy food in the world, and it will continue to turn around and say, no, actually, I'd like something else, please. What the hell are you giving me? It doesn't make any sense, to the point you have to prepare for this and just mentally get yourself in a position where you're not going to worry about it. Now, the best piece of advice I was ever given is just go to bed, right? Go to bed. I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous, but it does make perfect sense, because if you go to bed and you fall asleep, you're less likely to get up and eat something unless you sleep, eat, and if you do, you know what, it's already gone. You may as well just stuff your face all the time. And if you need motivation to go to the sleep, and I'm not going to pretend I haven't done this because I have, probably do it all the time, is you say to yourself, well, the earlier I go to sleep, the earlier I wake up, and the earlier I wake up, the earlier I can have breakfast, and I can just start eating again. I know it makes me sound like some kind of gluttonous hound, but deep down in my tum-tum, I am a gluttonous hound. That's all I want in my life. But just prepare yourself. No matter what the day is, and no matter what you've eaten, around about 10 p.m. at night, you're going to want to stick junk in your head. Number 9 is that clothes no longer fit. Like, you can find tops and jeans and trousers and whatever else that will go on your body, but they don't fit, especially jeans. My word, jeans when you start working out. Unless you're one of these people that doesn't train legs, and actually maybe you'll be onto something. But because obviously you try and develop your quads so they get big, but you're trying to stay lean so you have a small waist, you will try on a pair of 34 jeans, and if you could get them past your quads, it would be excellent, but you can't. So then you have to go up to like the 38 waist, and they will get on, because again, they'll go over your legs, but it looks like you're wearing a tent. It looks like a strong wind would blow you away, and I have been through this many a time. Now, thankfully, in 2021, fitness has become more popular, really, than it ever has been, especially fashion and fitness. So you can get stretchy jeans that will go over on your quads and sit nice on your waistline and your stomach and everything like that. But this was not the case 10 years ago, and I had to walk around in my big pantaloons looking like an absolute moron, and somebody I knew at the time used to take the mick out of me and go, here comes Simon with his big trousers, his big pants. I was like, shut up, man. You should be more impressed with my gigantic quads. They weren't gigantic at all, but that's not the point. And in one way, that is a nice ego rub, because it means you have achieved leg mass. But on the other, you want to feel nice in your clothes. You want to feel that cotton and everything else against your skin. And you can, but it's like crushing a dead mouse. There is no room to breathe. Number 8 is that everybody that doesn't lift weights or whatever thinks you're weird. They think you're weird. They think you're strange. When you get your Tupperware out in a meeting, they're like, what's this strange guy doing? When you tell them you're going to the gym in the evening, like, really? That's how you spend your evenings? When you tell them you don't, I don't know, drink full fat fizzy drinks or whatever, no matter what it is, somebody will look at you like you're an alien that has come down from another planet, even though it's you who's trying to get yourself in good shape. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. The one day where then you decide to eat or do something quote unquote normal, you then get the same grief from this person, like, oh, somebody pushed the buzzer, because Terry over here is going to have a sandwich. I'm allowed a sandwich. I'm allowed to bathe in sandwiches if I want. So you cannot win. That's what I'm telling you. You cannot win. You're going to be weird because you go to the gym and you eat well and you do all these things. You take protein powder. And then you're going to be extra weird when you do something that everybody else does because they're not used to seeing it. So now they've wrapped you up in all these parameters. It gets exhausting. It truly does. And again, as we move forward, more and more people are doing this. But man, that's not going to be everyone. And I guess because they're kind of scared of it internally, they will come in at you. Something has got in my eye during this rant. Look at me looking crazy. Number 7 is you start becoming obsessed with other people that lift weights. You truly do. And if they're bigger than you, or they're in better shape than you glare at them and you wonder to yourself, well, what are they doing? What are they eating? What are they taking? I need to find out, because maybe if I do the same, I can then look like them. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to burst your bubble. I'm going to ruin your dreams. That is not how it works. You can have a diet and a supplement plan, and you can give it to 2 separate people, and one person can become the most jacked person you've ever seen, man, and the other person still looks a bit like a fish. That's just the way the world works. You need to find what works for you. You only want to be in competition with yourself, because otherwise you are just going to get lost. But the truth of the matter is you're still going to get lost. You just are. Whether you're looking through a magazine or you're in Instagram. And you also forget that a lot of these pictures have been shot in a proper photo shoot, proper place with lights and everything like that. You don't care about it. You just, I just want to look like that one way or the other. And that will eventually ruin your life. It truly will, because when I was younger especially, I wanted to be the biggest and most ripped guy there was. You could show me Ronnie Coleman. I'd be like, man, I want to be bigger and more ripped than him. And the truth of the matter is, I don't think anybody's ever going to be as big or more ripped than Ronnie Coleman, because that man was ridiculous. So you just have to understand where your genetic level is and then work within those parameters to do what you need to be able to do. That's all. You don't need to get carried away. You don't need to get upset. Try not to let this negativity into your life, because it's only you that suffers. Number 6 is that you plan your life around it. You do. You will take probably around about 2 hours, maybe a little bit less, of every single day, mostly, obviously you'll have rest days too, to go from 4 till 6. That's when I'm going to the gym. And if a work meeting gets in the way, you'll try and get out that work meeting. If a friend rings you up and says, I need your help, desperately, you're like, I'll be there at 7. I have to get my gym in first. And you do that from the moment you start getting in shape till really the day that you die. And I don't think any of us look that far in the future, and nor should we, because we drive ourselves a little bit crazy. But what else do you have in your life that you have planned to do from now for the rest of your days? It is absolutely bonkers, and it's absolutely insane. But I know that I have. Let's say I do push, pull, legs, rest, push, pull, legs, rest. So it doesn't really work, but I'm taking 2 days off within that cycle. That means there are 6 days I know until I do flub off. That's my new word for death. Where I am 100% sure I'm going to be going to the gym. And there will be sometimes I can't because life gets in the way, blah, blah, blah. But what else do I have that I do that? Paying my bills? Yeah, but I'll do that on different days and only when I have to, when those other letters start coming through the door. So you better pay your bills or we'll whoop your ass. And even I think that's weird, and I do it. Number 5 is that powder becomes your best friend, which is very nice if you don't have any friends and you are a bit lonely, because you can now reach out and start a relationship with this. But whether it's protein powder or creatine powder or pre-workout powder or amino acid powder or glutamine powder or whatever powder it is, you're just going to start taking a bunch of powders. And what powders were you taking before? None, unless you're well into cocaine. But don't do that because it's really dangerous for you. That's kind of freaky, right? You go from a 0 pounder kind of a human to a man, I need more powder in my life. And I've only named a few. We could do this all day. Number 4 is that food will start coming with you everywhere. Kind of ties into the one we talked about a minute ago. But if you're going to the cinema, for example, and you don't want to have the popcorn or the nachos or the ice cream, I mean, you do, but you decided you don't want to because you'd rather have abs, you will bring your magic Tupperware, and around about 45 minutes in, you'll just pop the lid off, and you will start eating it. Because why the hell not? And you will do that no matter what the endeavor you're trying to achieve. Like, I used to go to the movies in the theater, and I did. I remember once I had like cottage cheese and chicken, and everyone I was there was like, dude, you are a flipping freak. And I remember going out to a pub with my friends during my very first job. Same thing. Whooped out my chicken, rice, and broccoli while they're all getting drunk and drinking beers. I'm not saying that either path is wrong or either path is right, but I am saying that food is starting to come with you everywhere you go. When you go and see your family, the food's got to come with you. When you go and see your friends, the food's got to come with you. When you go to a funeral, I don't want to lower the tone. When you go to the funeral, you're like, well, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be about 4, 5, 6 hours. I better do some food prep. Even if you go to somebody else's wedding, while the vicar, priest, rabbi is up there going, do you take this man's word to be your lawfully led husband? You're like, man, this guy better shut up soon, because I need to stick some food in my mouth, but it's okay, because you whip out a protein bar and you eat it, and the person you're with like, man, you are a parody of yourself, but you don't care because you're happy. Number 3 is that shit starts to hurt. Now, this is going to be the same when you get older anyway, because joints in your body is essentially breaking down from the moment you're born. Once again, don't want to lower the tone that I did. But there is no way you can start going to the gym, and again, putting your joints and your muscles in your body under terrific stress without having some hurt down the other side, right? Which is why you need to be preventative, and you need to do stuff like yoga, and you need to make sure you're stretching after your workouts and doing foam rolling. You need to put yourself first and protect yourself. But even then, the law of averages kind of states that shit is going to start hurting. So you'll wake up in the morning and you have a little bit of an ache and a pain, but you'll work through it because you love the gym, and because you've worked through it, that will make that pain worse. You've just got to accept it. And I will guarantee, and I can't really guarantee because I don't know who's out there, but I'm still going to guarantee 100% that if you do indeed start going to the Fitness Palace of Love, at least on one occasion, you will have a shoulder problem, because this joint right here is all kind of messed up. It's all kind of complicated. You can just look at it the wrong way and it just breaks. But I feel your pain, because I've now had shoulder problems for around about 8 years, because I am an absolute moron. Number 2 is that you become a calorie fiend, right? No matter what you're eating, even if you have designated yourself a cheat day, before you started going to the gym, you didn't care about this. You could go to McDonald's and not even give 2 hoots that your meals at least got 1,500 calories, if not a lot more. But all of a sudden, you went to this world where no matter what is put in front of you, you mentally start going, well, that's probably about 65 calories. It's about 742. So it's around about a 1,200 calorie meal. So later, if I make sure I eat this and I balance it out and the numbers will work and everything will be okay. You just can't help it, which is why I'm all for putting calories actually on menus when you go out, because then I can work it out and I can decide for myself. I don't want to go too off track here, but that has become a controversial topic, especially here in England. I think in America, they pretty much already do it. But people are saying, well, I don't want to know what I'm eating. So we'll just do that and just cover it up, or just go, I want the pizza, please. Take the menu away. I don't want to see it. But for absolute crazy people like myself, I want to be able to go, well, I would fancy a pizza, but if I go for the steak, I'm saving 700 calories that I can eat here. And that means a lot to me. But, you know, you have to be prepared for this. You will soon have laser eyes that will be able to look at any food on the planet and just know how many calories are in it. Which, yes, once again, it does make you a little bit of a strange person. And number 1 is that numbers lose all meaning. They really do. It's kind of like YouTube numbers. When you start on YouTube, you do 100 views. Oh my gosh, 100 people have watched. Then you get to 10,000 views. Now, that's not very good. Imagine you sold a venue of 10,000 people. You would be a runaway success. And it's the same with the gym. Like, if you'll start doing the bar when it comes to deadlifts. Most bars weigh about 20 kilograms. Like, man, I'm only doing 20 kilograms. Okay. But then you'll get up to, say, 100 kilograms. You're like, man, I need to get to 200 kilograms. So you'll get to 200 kilograms. You're like, man, I need to get to 300 kilograms. And you're forgetting how far you've come, and you're forgetting what these numbers mean. 200 kilograms is a lot of weight, but because Barry over there is doing 225, you now need to do that. So always take a step back and try and give yourself a pat on the back, a la Barry Horowitz, to remind yourself that what you're doing is actually pretty damn good. Even if you are just lifting the bar, were you lifting the bar 6 months ago? If yes, your program sucks and you need to change it. But no, most people are now going to be lifting 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 kilograms with actual plates, and that deserves recognition, and that deserves a sense of pride. I can't give you that pride, because pride is more of a self-aware kind of a thing, but you certainly can, so make sure you do. So there, boom, 10 issues you are going to have to deal with when you start working out. Hopefully now you can prepare for them and get your brain in the right place. Now, please do like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Click the bell, ding, ding, so you know when our videos are going live. There is another video right there on the screen. Please do give it a click. Go into the link in the description below and check out Greg Doucette's Power 13 cookbook. I have a few recipes in it. It is designed to try and give you a better, healthier diet that you actually enjoy, so you don't want to cheat all the time. And if you use the code Simon15, you get 15% off. What else do we have? Patreon.com/Simon316 if you want to support me that way. At Simon316 on Instagram and Twitter. Simon.bigcartel.com for merchandise. Otherwise, you take care. Good luck with your fitness journey, and I will see you on that road.